Hi everyone, my name is Audrey and welcome to my channel. Today I'm giving you a weekly reading vlog. So it is now Saturday afternoon, the beginning of the afternoon. I only have 2 days left before I go back to school. So I'm working on Monday. I'm gonna be at school doing a big cleanup and organizing every costume and accessory for the drama class that I do at school. And I'll try to do a bit of planning for the week because I haven't planned anything yet. Yeah, there's that. My husband and my son are gonna come and help me out with that. I do need to wash the clothing and costumes that my students did use before Christmas. So that's the plan for today. Get all of that washed and dried so that we can bring it back on Monday. So I'm gonna do that this afternoon. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and do one load of laundry and then leave for the grocery because I do need to go shopping for groceries for the week and then come back and continue the laundry, and then I'll get to editing. And I'm still trying to get on top of editing. Hopefully today I can edit 2 videos and upload them and schedule them. That would be nice. And then as long as I keep on editing 1 video every day until I'm all caught up, that should be helping me to catch up on everything I'm trying to put out, all of the videos. And then once I'm on top of that, then I'll be back to the TikToks and all that, one thing at a time. But yeah, I should be able to catch up on everything if I keep on like 1 video per day, even if I am working. We'll try for now. It is a temporary thing, so that's fine. Tomorrow's video is already scheduled, so I'll be doing today the one for Monday and Tuesday. And then I do want to do some reading, obviously. Right now, I'm prioritizing Ship of Magic, which I'm really, really enjoying. Hopefully this weekend, my goal is to finish the autumn part of this book. So it's divided-ish in 3 parts, if you wish. So the first part, where you're introduced with the characters and the world, even if you do know about the world from the previous trilogy, we're not following the same characters. And it's multiple POVs instead of one POV from the Farseer trilogy. And from what I understand is that every other trilogy is from Fitz' point of view, so one POV, and the one we followed in Assassin's Apprentice, Assassin's Royal Assassin, and Assassin's Quest, which I really, really loved. It took me a while to get into this because I was so attached to Fitz. I didn't want to leave him, and I had a hard time getting into these multiple POVs and characters, and they are very well fleshed out. It's one of the things that I love about Robin Hobb. They are so well developed and human and real and flawed and complex and deep and all those things. There's not that much that's going on, but at the same time, now I feel like I really, really know these characters. But yeah, it did take me a good 80-ish pages before I was a little bit more comfortable with them compared to Fitz. And then there's this part where it says autumn. So this is the autumn part, and then we go through winter. So like it's not equally divided which is fine. But since it's about 120 pages, I think, the autumn part, I hope I can finish this part by the end of the weekend. I'd be happy with that. And I'll have only 350-ish pages left to go. So over the halfway point of this book after the weekend. I'd be really happy with that. Then yesterday I was making some progress in A Promised Land, which I'm trying to just skim read, because some things I find very interesting about like reflecting on our own society that we're living in and seeing things that are going around the world like right now, and what Barack was seeing in like the global summits and stuff like that is quite interesting, because it was like it kind of makes sense. Yeah, I don't know how to speak of it in other words, but at the same time it's tedious to read, because it is very much politics. But yeah, I'm trying to read a chapter here and there, especially during the weekend. I think I'm gonna try to prioritize it during the weekends, because if I do it during the week, I don't have a lot of time during the week when I'm working to read. So what I'm reading, I really want to enjoy it. So I'm probably gonna be picking up Ship of Magic more than A Promised Land, if that makes sense. But I'm also trying to read on my reader An American Marriage, which I'm 23% through, and that one reads surprisingly really, really fast. And it is very, very interesting. The chapter I'm almost done with is written in letters that are going back and forth between the husband that is wrongly accused and wrongly incarcerated, and the wife that is trying to deal with her new life and everything, which is quite interesting as well. I got interrupted and I don't remember where I was at. The letters chapter, American Marriage. It's an uncomfortable, that's what I wanted to say. It's a very uncomfortable read, but I am still really enjoying it, and it does read quite fast. So I'm hoping to finish this one this week. And then I do want to move on to The Diviners. I right now really want to pick up a new book badly. I want to pick up Legends of and Lattes or The Daughter of the Pirate King, but it would not be reasonable. So, because I have so many books I started and haven't finished yet. I'm trying to separate like my books on my reader and my physical books, but I'm trying to finish Ship of Magic and make some progress in The Diviners before I pick up a new physical book. And then as soon as I'm done with An American Marriage, I'm going to move on to another book on my reader, which is probably going to be either You Should See Me in a Crown or Blood Like Magic, one or the other. Probably You Should See Me in a Crown, because it's more contemporary and should be a little bit more lighter to read. But yeah, that's how I'm gonna go with my reading this week. So on that note, I am gonna go ahead and go to the grocery. Yes, I was supposed to do a load of laundry. I said I was gonna do a load of laundry, but my husband just told me that he just started a load. So I have another hour before I can do mine. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go to the grocery store and take care of that. I also need to go to the dollar store and then come back and see from there all of that stuff, what I do. I don't know what I'm gonna be filming, but we shall see. It's gonna be a bit of everything today, some chores, as well as trying to read and edit, and yeah. Anyways, I'll see ya. Hi everyone, so quick update before I leave for work. It is now Tuesday morning. I didn't update you yesterday because of everything that was going on. I was back to school yesterday and I was exhausted. We pretty much took out like 15, 16 big boxes of clothing and accessories for a drama class. And we ended up like reorganizing everything, throwing away things that were broken, and try to organize everything and make sure everything is in the right place. Right now, they're in like big storage bins the clothing, and I want to use those storage bins for accessories and objects instead of actually clothing, because I don't feel like it's very practical. So I'm thinking of a way that we could have like this clothing racks that I could put away in this little area that I have in the classroom. So reorganizing everything, but it did take us the full day. I would never have been able to do all of that by myself. It's a good thing my husband was there, because yeah, it would have been impossible for me by myself. And my son also gave a hand for that as well. So came back home. We were all exhausted. My husband was sleeping at like 6 o'clock in the evening. So that tells you how exhausted we were. We also had to take like the bins on top of like very high shelves and stuff. So that was also exhausting because they are very heavy. So it's a bit of all of that. So yeah, but I did manage to read. I got through the first chapter of the autumn part. I didn't finish though. I am surprised. I still have another chapter, I think. 2 chapters. This first chapter was so long. The first chapter was extremely long. It was 50 pages. Who makes 50-page chapters? Robin Hobb does. I love her writing, don't get me wrong, but 50 pages is a long chapter. And then there's another 46-page chapter after that, and then I'll be done with the autumn part. It's a lot, but I am excited to read because there's a lot of things I was surprised about. I'm happy that Althea found a way to keep staying on a boat, even if it means like hiding her identity and all that. And she's also like starting from the bottom. And I really, really enjoy that, seeing her. Yeah, she's struggling, but I think she's doing well for herself. Same thing with Wintro. So I am quite enjoying those parts. But yeah, excited to see where it's gonna go, because I've got a feeling this is just the beginning. I don't really have much else to say except for that. And then I did receive yesterday my new bullet journals. So I have 2. Both designs I've had already in the past, either for a planner or another bullet journal. I know this one I've had as a bullet journal before. So I'm going to make this one a bullet journal for planning social media. And this one is going to be my new bullet journal for reading. So I'm going to start off outlining pages so that I can film my TBR and goals videos during the weekend. So that's what I'm aiming at. And so yeah, I'm gonna bring them with me at school so that I can outline stuff during lunchtime. I don't have first period, which I'm happy with. I look very tired because I got up early and finished reading late, but I did need to plan out everything for today, which is not ready. My classes for tomorrow are not ready, so I need to plan that out, which is why I'm still going to school early. I don't know what the traffic is going to look like, but also I need to plan, so I need that time to plan out at school and be productive in that matter, because yeah, no idea what I'm going to do tomorrow. And then we shall see from there. I won't have any band this week. I'm letting the full week pass and then start again next week. I'm only going to take my students that are new to the band just to make sure everything is going right and readjust a couple of things we need to readjust for certain students. But yeah, because I did not count the right amount of weeks. So I counted 18 weeks, but I have a little bit more. So I'm going to make the most of it and try to help out my newer musicians. So I'll do that just like next week. So this week should be a back to school, back to routine, a little less intense. My band in which I do play we're starting rehearsals on Sunday. And then my son starts cheerleading on Saturday. So yeah, back to the routine, and it's going to be fun. I'm excited, but I'm already a little bit tired. but it's fine. I'm gonna leave you at that because I do need to go and start the car. We had a scare yesterday. The car didn't want to start when we were leaving the school to get lunch. I ended up being able to start it again. I don't know what happened. My battery, probably something like that with the cold. Weird. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go and get an exterior extension cord so that I can plug my car so that doesn't happen again. But yeah, fun times. It's a good thing it was just a scare, but yeah. All right. On that note, I'll see you a bit later. Hi, everyone. It is now Sunday. First of all, I'm really sorry for the noise in the house, but we're just gonna have to roll with it. Yes, I did say it was Sunday. I have no control over my life and what's going on and whatsoever. I have just no control. So I did want to finish the end of the autumn part of this book before I update. I finally finished it this morning. I didn't get to read like I wanted to yesterday. So we are back to the routine stuff. So my son's cheerleading classes just started again and my concert band started again also. My son's new cheerleading class, because he's doing prep cheerleading classes, he is going to be in a competitive class starting in June. But before that, he's still doing prep. And that means that since I did register him a little bit later, there wasn't any more space with the team he was with in the fall semester, which is okay. But yeah, it does cost quite a bit. I ended up signing him up for a new team with a new schedule, which starts at 8 o'clock in the morning instead of 9:30. So it's a good hour and a half earlier. So I was hopeful that we would get back home earlier than we usually do. We did get back at around 2:30, maybe 1 o'clock tops. We did go to the stores. My son had a gift card he wanted to use, so we did that. And I still needed some shampoo and stuff, so we went and got that. But that's pretty much all we did. And we also got coffee, and I asked a lot of questions to the people there for the competition semester, like how it works and stuff, because I was very, very confused. But yeah. Anyways, didn't get much done, and then I was trying to read, but unfortunately I didn't get to that, and I ended up being just too tired to read by the end of the day. And today, this morning, I did go to my first rehearsal of 2025, and then I came back at 12:30, as I usually do, which is the same schedule as usual, but then sat down to eat and try to read. I joined Princess Sprints, like all that made it kind of impossible for me to just finish up and like close this vlog as soon as possible so I can move on. Yeah, so here we are. I was really hoping I'd have a lot of things to say. Bear with me. So usually when books have like parts like this one, there's gonna be something, not necessarily of a cliffhanger, but like something to look forward to and get us to pick up, to keep on reading, to know what's gonna happen. And I didn't feel that much. Like, I do want to know what's gonna happen, sure. I'm still very, very invested in these stories, but I didn't find kind of like these reveals and stuff at the end of this part. And I just don't know what else to say that I haven't said before in this vlog. So, except for Wintro maybe, because I'm really, really happy with what he did and how he confronted, like how he's perceived by others, I guess. I don't know. But I did enjoy how he dealt with that, his finger thing. If you know, you know. Yeah, I'm kind of proud of him. Kind of. Ish. It's not like a good thing. I don't want to celebrate it, but I think it was necessary, but it's not like a good thing. But something good came out of it. I don't know. I'm rambling. But just the way that he dealt with it, I feel like he's making some growth, if that makes sense. But yeah, I did enjoy that. Other than that, curious to see where it's going to go. Obviously, where it's leading, and the last, so I have maybe 200, 300 pages left to read. So exciting. 330 pages. Like, this is basically 2 books, but we're not gonna talk about it. And yeah, 330, 40 pages left to read. I'm gonna hopefully finish it before the end of next week so I can move on to other things. But we'll see how I actually manage that, because yeah, 100 pages. I wish I could read 100 pages per day, but that's just not realistic. I am sleepish and I'm trying to deal with so many things at the same time that it's hard. But yeah, other than that, I haven't edited anything. I haven't uploaded since Thursday. So I'm kind of behind all of that. I did want to do, where are they? In my bag. I did want to do my bullet journal so I can film the bullet journal part of my TBR for January, as well as my 2025 goals video. All of the sitting down part is already filmed, with which I'm so happy I've done. But I still need to do the bullet journal. I haven't outlined anything. I haven't filmed that part either, and I haven't edited anything so far of those videos. So there's still a lot of work left, and I still have some work left to do for my students. Tomorrow I'm fine with, but not for Tuesday, and I'm gonna have to make a decision somewhere there. But yeah, so I'm going to close this vlog here because this has gone on a little bit longer than I was hoping. Thank you so much for watching, as always. I really, really appreciate every single one of you. Like, comment, subscribe if you wish. Hit the notification bell if you want to be notified every time I upload a new video. And I will see you soon in the next one. Bye.